Self-Help was started in 1936 by a small group of German refugees. Their goal? To assist their brethren who were fleeing Nazi Germany. They provided housing, jobs, food, clothing, whatever was needed to begin life anew. These caring volunteers could never have imagined that their efforts would continue to bear fruit for many decades to come. Today, Self-Help Community Services is a trusted advisor and leader in aging services, helping over 25,000 vulnerable older New Yorkers, one person at a time.
Self-Help is a lifeline for over 5,500 Holocaust survivors living in the New York metropolitan area. Most live alone, and far too many lack the resources they need to live comfortably. Self-Help is the oldest and largest organization in North America providing comprehensive services for Holocaust survivors. Let's meet Claire Hyman and her daughter, Marlene Gold.
I'm Claire Hyman. I'm 97.
97 and a half.
And a half. I'm from Germany. And I was in Auschwitz. So they put us in a cattle car. We were laying on top of each other. We had no food. So we came to Auschwitz. And the train comes telling us, walk, walk. The Duffs gained walking. So whoever didn't walk had to go to the left. They all went direct to the chimney in the crematorium. Self-help helped me. Till today, I have a girl now who takes care of me from self-help.
I've never heard of self-help until my mother started speaking about it years and years ago, that when she was elderly, she wouldn't have to go to a nursing home and she would be able to, in her home, and that she would be taken care of. So I'm very grateful that she doesn't have to be in a nursing home or skilled care facility, and that she can live out her ending years with the dignity that she didn't really have when she was interned and suffered so much. I think it's a godsend and an unbelievable organization that you can truly deliver what I was always hearing that you would deliver. It extended her life. It's given her her quality of life. It's a miracle.
I like to be independent.
Home care is an essential part of self-help services. In 1975, the New York State Department of Health provided accreditation to self-help to operate our own home care training program. Since then, we have recruited, trained, certified, and employed thousands of these essential workers. Our skilled and compassionate home health aides provide over 2 million hours of care each year, helping our clients remain in their homes where they most want to be.
Senior centers, case management programs, and naturally occurring retirement communities are all part of Self-Help service model. We even operate a social adult day program in Queens for individuals with early and moderate Alzheimer's. It's also a great help for caregivers.
Social isolation can be crippling for homebound seniors. Self-Help's Virtual Senior Center is the antidote, bringing interactive classes and socialization into the living rooms of isolated seniors like Mrs. Hernan.
The Virtual Senior Center is truly a godsend. Before this computer for me, my husband was a computer person. I never touched the computer. I picked it up very quickly. It really is wonderful. It's opened doors for me. The Virtual Senior Center is this computer with classes. You look at your menu and you see what's being offered for the day. And so I'll join the music class with a wonderful facilitator in music, or taking a trip to a museum, or going through the botanical gardens virtually. During the pandemic, nobody was going anywhere. And here I was, and I was able to go to a museum. It just opens doors. It's a vista. I made a new friend, Deborah. We talk on the phone, and we've sent letters to one another, birthday cards and greetings and things like that. And we always say, one of these days we'll really get together, and that would be nice. I use the virtual senior center every day. That's one of the first things I do. I find it very comforting. For instance, on a day where I can't get out or I can't go anywhere, I say, oh, gee whiz, I have these 3 things I can do this afternoon or during the day. It's something to look forward to. I've enjoyed it, and I've made the most use of it.
Did you know that Selfhelp is a leader in building affordable housing? We own and operate 14 affordable housing residences in Queens, Brooklyn, the Bronx, and Long Island, with several new projects in development.
In 2016, Selfhelp began serving older adults who were formerly homeless or living in extremely undesirable conditions. Today, these individuals are thriving residents living in Selfhelp's affordable housing.
Now here's an incredible statistic. Less than 2% of the residents who live in Selfhelp's affordable housing will ever need to be placed in a nursing home. That's because our housing is not just bricks and mortar. Each building is staffed with a social worker, like me, who is there to provide supportive services when and if needed. We call it Shazam, Selfhelp Active Services for Aging Model.
I was working for the city of New York, Environmental Protection Agency, and I was home, I was getting ready to go vote, and I lived across the street from the World Trade Center. And that's the day the planes crashed right in. And that changed my life. I started drinking at the time. My wife and I were going from place to place, and then finally we broke up. I wound up in a hospital, and they told me I have PTSD. So I was looking for another place to live, and Selfhelp popped up. And I saw the virtual senior center. I saw the mission statement. I said, this sounds like a place, I want to be. I've lived here about 4 years now, and I haven't regretted a day. I'm very happy to live here, very content. When I close the door behind me, this is my little cave, and I'm happy here. Everybody here is happy. Even the workers here are happy. Where do you ever see that? There's something to be said when you lose everything and then you get something and say, this is mine. But it happens when you never give up. These people who started this have a tremendous amount of integrity to create something like this and treat people like human beings, not a way to make a living, but to grow old and not lonely and not suffer. You're doing God's work, in my opinion.
Over 5,000 Selfhelp clients are Asian immigrants, the majority of whom are low-income senior citizens who have immigrated from China. We provided them with the tools they need to access services in the community, making their transition to America as seamless as possible.
What happens when older men and women lose capacity and have no family members to assist them? Our community guardian program steps in. We ensure that their needs are taken care of so that they can remain safe and independent in the community.
Did you know that Selfhelp also serves children? Our homemaking program helps families undergoing challenges, circumstances, ensuring that the family remain intact and the children are well cared for.
Kim came into our lives shortly after our son was born, and we needed assistance helping to take care of Carmelo because my husband goes to work and I have a disability and I'm in a wheelchair. I was diagnosed with MS when I was 23, and I'm just thankful that we're able to have a healthy child.
My work feels rewarding because I feel like I'm helping out the parents. It can be stressful with kids, especially with a 3-year-old active little boy. And he can be active, he is. And I just feel like I'm giving back, helping them.
When Carmelo comes home from school, she helps him with his homework. She helps us give him a bath and reads to him and plays with him. She's just like another part of the family, Auntie Kim.
He's like a nephew. He's the sweetest little boy. He gets me going.
Kim's work with us is more than a job. He always says, I love you, Kim. And she says, I love you back. And she treats him like family.
Self-help will send us to take care of the child's general needs, whatever it may be, cleaning the house for the kids' area, food preparations, taking them to and from school. Self-help will do that.
The assistance Self-help has given us is wonderful. It's just a wonderful organization that I'm thankful exists to help people that need it.
As you can see, self-help means different things to different people. Each one of our 25,000 clients has a unique story. You met Charles, Carmela, Marilyn, and Claire. The unifying theme for each of them is our overarching goal. It can be summed up in two simple words: independence and dignity.